In the new film, The House of Gucci, you are the prime Gucci. You are Maurizio Gucci.
I think so.
Okay, yes. And Lady Gaga plays your wife, who is Patrizia Reggiani, right?
Reggiani,
okay.
yeah.
Who, spoiler, and it's not a spoiler, everybody knows, plots your murder.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not giving anything away, am I?
No, in life and in the movie. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I can't get over how crazy this family is. If you could sit down with the Guccis and watch this film, what's something you'd love to pick their brains on?
How was I? They'd be like, no, boy, 2 out of 20.
What do you think was the most shocking?
I mean, maybe just this is too obvious, but that she hired someone to kill him. That is shocking, you know.
Rich person as opposed to, say, an average Joe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah. You recommend it?
Well, in shooting it, the clothes are nicer, they feel better, but the conditions are pretty much not as glamorous as that picture is.
The film's not even out yet, but their lines are already iconic. I've been saying Father, Son, House of Gucci since the trailer dropped. What's the most common line you get fans coming up to you in the street and quoting?
Nobody talks to me in the street. I don't know if it's the face I'm making when I'm walking, or it's that I'm swinging my arms too violently when I walk, that people don't really yell shit to me all the time.
Your career. I want to talk about the moment, if you don't mind, in which Maurizio is killed. That is a moment that none of us would ever really know how to get into that headspace for. I'm sort of curious for you as an actor, what is that day like on set? Do you approach that day any differently than every other day on this film?
No, I mean, it's very similar to, well, it's similar to everything. You don't really think about it, you let it kind of happen. I think I was kind of aware of it, but the more things that are like days in the schedule, you try to block out in your mind as much as possible. I'm not always successful at it, but I have learned that anticipation of how a scene is going to be can kind of be the death of it. Well, I mean, I'm making a pun and I didn't even realize it, but, or a joke. I don't know if people say puns.
My dog thought it was funny.
I was gonna say, is that your dog, or did you break into someone's house?
Oh my gosh, don't you know I'm a savage?
In the countryside of France, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is shot in Italy. Are you choosing projects just based upon how good the food is where you go?
Completely.
And if so, what if you had to choose, and you must choose because it's my show,
Okay.
French food, Italian food?
Oh my God. Yeah.
No, you have to answer. You're sworn in. We swore him in backstage. We swear in all of our guests.
I'd have to say Italian food. I was kind of taking. Thank God that was the right answer.
After this, I'm pretty sure more fans will be approaching you, yelling lines, so be prepared.
Well, I also don't go outside much, so that's part of the problem, and or not a problem.
Oscar buzz around your co-star Lady Gaga. What do you think it would mean for Gaga to win an Oscar for this role? Because she is insane.
Oh, I don't know. That's a Gaga question. I don't know what it would mean for her.
Adam, good to see you again, man. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing so well, dude. Your performance is absolutely phenomenal. I got 1,000 questions for you, so I'm just going to jump into it.
Okay. All right.
One of the things that I really think is just most fascinating about this film is that every character is seeing the events from a different perspective.
Lady Gaga said that she was basically in character for a year and a half, and that she never dropped the accent. So when you were doing those rehearsals, is that where she was? Had she basically become Patrizia by then?
Yeah, I don't know if I can't gauge whether or not she felt that she was Patrizia or not, but yeah, that's what it was like when we were rehearsing it, for sure.
She said in this interview she was offered a chance to meet the real life Patrizia Gucci, and she refused. She said, "No one's going to tell me who Patrizia Gucci was, not even Patrizia Gucci." So I thought that was rather.
I was wondering if that has any impact with the relationship with your co-star. As your character changes his relationship with his wife, does your relationship with Lady Gaga change at all off camera?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you for agreeing to talk to me face to face. It's really a treat.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it. So,
Her power. What were your first impressions of one another? Who wants to take it first? Not all at once. That exciting on day one, huh?
Dysfunctional family, but at the same time, the characters have a lot of life, and a lot of joy, a lot of laughter.
Was there any intimidating aspect of taking on this role, like maybe the real life aspect or working with certain people? Was there anything intimidating about it?
I mean, all jobs are intimidating. The best part about getting a job is the 20 minutes after you get the job. And then it turns into, oh, I actually have to do the job. And then it relaxes when it's over, which is months later. And then you have to wait a year for it to come out and see if people hate it. So all that process is intimidating.
And it's such a terrific ensemble cast. I mean, it's just an incredible lineup of talent in this film. But when you have so many scenes with one particular actor like you do with Lady Gaga, what's the challenge there?